Shall we be off then? Oh my god, milady.
No. Get the fedora off your head.
Here.
And that's when she broke up with me. Hello!
Oh, hello there.
Welcome back to Bookend.
I'm Eric.
And I am Travis.
And this table looks like a cinnamon roll.
What?
It's got icing drizzling off of it.
That's too long of a tablecloth for a restaurant. Restaurants don't make their tablecloths that long because that's unhygienic.
Okay.
I'm upset.
What if it accidentally gets caught and I pull it?
Yeah, that's terrible design.
Next.
I'm just angry because she's got some boy.
I know. God damn it.
I rejected the confessions I'd received until then from him. Every time I improved my English skills, his praise was my most treasured reward. Head pats. It's funny, isn't it? Someone like me, able to boast about the people who have set eyes on me, liking someone so utterly unattainable as my tutor. It was her teacher.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. It truly is the most ridiculous thing.
Did you?
Was he bigger than me?
She already did we already establish that she said she haven't slept with anyone
yeah,
before.
no. She could have still dated him.
She quickly shakes her head from side to side.
I couldn't. Even then, I knew it was impossible.
Maybe that's not what he was going to ask.
And I regret it every day.
A silence reigns over both of us.
You'll never live up to him.
This does seem to explain her ardent focus on her future in teaching English, but I can't help thinking of her confession to me. She lost him without ever letting her feelings be known. Did she somehow fear that would happen again, but with me?
Am I just the backup? The consolation prize?
I don't really know what to make of it. I've heard of such relationships before, taboos born of such things as puberty and youth. The fact that she had the good judgment not to act on it, though, is heartening.
I've read that, Daojin. I know this must sound strange, but please, don't think of me.
Okay. Why would I think any less of you for that? To be honest, I think he must have been a very good person if you liked him so much. Not only that, but you stopped yourself before going too far, so I can still love you. For a moment, she looks somewhat lost. Most unexpectedly, though, it isn't a second before she starts to laugh. The sound takes me off guard. It's not a giggle, nor a restrained chuckle. Somewhere right in the middle. A guckle, you might say. But honest and genuine laughter.
It's the full-on Titus laugh.
I find myself smiling, and not just at her display of relief and happiness, but for her to trust me enough to let me see this, the most private of secrets. Whoa. Boop. Oh, she goes back to my face again. Is straw in her hair from her drink.
Should I get that?
Before I realize it, I feel her palm touching my face. Her touch is gentle as ever, with her thumb slowly stroking my cheek.
You look like a Muppet. You're kind, Hisao. I really do love you.
Seeing her face like this, with her palm gently caressing my face, I think tonight has been a wonderful night.
I'm not going to be able to stand up for hours.
I guess we've both had pretty weird pasts, eh?
I think by most standards, our present is rather odd as well.
Our future should be odd too.
Yay!
I smile and hang my head. This woman can easily run rings around me. Of that I'm quite sure.
She's no Emmy.
I look back around the room with its continuing quiet hum of patrons. Yeah, see them all?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of glasses here.
They're all hiding under that giant tablecloth.
They're eating the cinnamon bun table. This place probably fits into the odd category too. It does?
It is a tad overbearing.
No, that's just me. That's one word for it. Yes.
Should have gone to Taco Bell.
I catch the eye of a scurrying waiter, a short, scrawny guy no older than 20. He kind of reminds me of Kenji. Call someone else. Though unlike him, the waiter isn't dressed for winter during midsummer.
Is he really dressed for winter? He just wears a jacket and a scarf.
Right.
I mean, some people wear scarves all the time. It's anime.
After a curt bow and an offer to remove our plates, Lily asks for the bill politely and softly. With expert coordination, he maneuvers around the tables, our plates in hand, to retrieve our bill. In no time, he reappears through the doors, smartly handing our bill to Lily, because I don't have money. Who promptly hands it to me and dashes out of the restaurant, causing him to raise an eyebrow.
The man pain? I never.
As I read the small computer-printed leaflet, the cost is considerably more than I expected. We just had 2 salads and water!
Oh my god, it wasn't that good. No, you had wine, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, we did have wine.
Hisao?
Oh, thought you were paying.
Yeah,
This
you're
is
the
really
rich
awkward.
one.
I quickly stammer out the amount, to which Lily merely nods and reaches for her purse. Giving her card to the waiter, he disappears once again.
He didn't have the heart to tell her that's a library card.
That was a disproportionately large amount of money. Oh, was it? The statement seems to make Lily slightly uncomfortable.
My family leaves me more than enough for my education. The same goes for my sister, though she dislikes being reminded of that fact. That said, I too dislike throwing money about. But this one time I think I can make an exception, just for you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sugar Mama.
No, exactly. Not only did you choose our date, but you paid for both of us as well. Yes, thanks for the recap.
I could feel my penis receding inside of me. That's sexist, I'm sorry.
I take the bridge of my nose in my fingers. I can't believe how high you have set the bar for our next date. I'm gonna have to have a fundraiser. Sell an organ.
Yeah.
She gives a small giggle, a guckle.
I'll be looking forward to it, Hisao.
The waiter reappears beside us as if by magic and hands Lily's card back to her. Evidently picking up on her lack of sight, he places the card in her hand with an extra, perhaps unneeded, too much touching amount of firmness to make sure of her grip.
You stand up and throw down your napkin.
Leaving, he exercises a measure of diplomacy by keeping a neutral face despite my own expression. Clapping my hands together.
Oh, God.
I was going to say, that'll scare her. I stand up from my seat in order to bring an end to our night out. Well, it's over. Shall we be off then? Oh, my God.
Oh,
Milady.
No. Get the fedora off your head.
Here.
And that's when she broke up with me. This is the bad end.
Thus ends my wonderful retreat with Lily,
Yeah.
the blind girl. Whoa. Gya! A wet dream. I snap
could kill you.
out of my sheets and sit bolt upright in bed, as if an electric shock had just run through my entire body. You're just being defibrillated. This has all been a dream.
Yeah.
You're still in the snow in front of a Wanako.
Oh my god. That'd be amazing.
The night air feels cold against the sweat on my bare skin, my breathing short and rugged, nearly to the point of hyperventilation.
What was in that salad?
Mind racing. I bring my hand to my head in an attempt to soothe my body's panicked state. Sounds exactly like the night after Taco Bell. It takes me
The wrong kind of wet dream.
It takes me a number of seconds to realize my hand is shaking violently, even as I press it against my face. More seconds pass in complete silence, my desperate attempts to subdue my body and mind slowly, thankfully, working. Gathering myself, I start taking measure of the state I'm in. It feels like I've run a marathon, every muscle feeling tensed and sweat practically pouring off me. I carefully direct my attention to the beating in my chest, measuring out the rhythm in my head. Sure enough, my unreliable heart is functioning properly, for once. Just what the hell was that? Oh! I think we're gonna have problems with our health.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, is that gonna be, like, is that the bad part of this playthrough?
Yeah, you're gonna end up, like, hospitalized or something. Like, I guarantee it.
A heart attack? A bad nightmare? Medicine side effects?
It was just that thing where, like, you start to fall asleep and your brain thinks you're dying, so it feels like you're falling.
Yeah.
He's just never had that before. It's like, oh god!
Too many tacos? I've heard about panic attacks, and this does seem to have the hallmarks of one. I can't even be bothered thinking about it right now. I feel utterly exhausted yet completely awake after this experience. I look over to the other side of my bed, the pale white of the silent figure's face almost glowing in the nighttime darkness of the room. Just the sight of her is enough to calm me down significantly. Whoa, she came with you.
Nice.
Awesome. Her graceful demeanor persists even while she's asleep. her perfectly measured breathing and gentle face making it impossible to tell whether she's awake or truly sleeping. She's adorable. Giving in to temptation, I delicately run my fingertips over her hand. Her skin is soft to the touch, as it always has been, yet warm even in the cold night. It's at times like this, silently appreciating each other's presence, that I feel we're closest. I mean, she doesn't know what you're doing right now.
She's not appreciating your presence.
No. My fingers stop at her wrist, and I bring my hand down, to the bed beside me. I'm not entirely sure why, but as we became ever closer to each other, it felt as if something grew between us.
No wonder your heart's acting up.
I'm not entirely sure what it is, nor whether it existed before we'd fallen in love. Everything is moving so fast, I don't mind it at all, but it feels unlike Lily to be pushing things this much. I mean, you did decide to slow down, and then you didn't do much slowing down.
Yeah, nah. There's no slowing down in high school.
Thankfully, there aren't any students milling around in the hallways at this hour of the morning. Thank God, no Kenji. Lest I be interrogated on why I'm carrying 2 plates of breakfast to my room. I'm a fat ass, okay? Leave me alone.
Don't judge.
Obviously hastily donned uniform. That isn't to say things like this have never happened, of course. A single security guard patrolling between 2 sets of bedrooms situated right next to each other is a very small force compared to adolescent hormones. Come to think of it, the fact that it's Monday morning probably helps. I'm not really sure why, but Mondays seem to bother me less than they do most others. Tell that to Garfield.
Right?
It takes a little...
Garfield loves John, okay? Garfield doesn't know what day of the week it is. He doesn't have a job, but John does, and he leaves on Monday.
Oh, is that the theory?
Yeah, so Garfield just loves John and hates that he leaves, so he hates Monday.
Oh, that makes sense.
He's just too proud to say it.
It takes a little creative use of my hands and elbow, but eventually I manage to work the door to my dormitory room open.
Heyo, legs.
She thought you left.
She actually just was sitting there talking to you.
Yeah. Aw, she was sitting there probably feeling around the bed for like
a
minute before... And Hisao? Stepping inside, I see Lily just getting up from the bed and tiredly rubbing her eyes. She looks a mess. Ugh, completely unattractive. Just like most other times I've seen her soon after she wakes. She really isn't a morning person. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. She groggily shakes her head. The morning light illuminating her makes for a very pleasant sight.
It's okay. I needed to get up anyway. What time is it?
I put my plate down on my desk and turn the clock around to check the time. Still early. I can't read. Don't worry, there's plenty of time left before school.
It's analog. I don't know how to read that.
She sits on the side of the bed and begins to sniff the air. As she does so, I quickly move her plate away and put it on the desk beside mine.
No, you can't have this.
Yeah, don't sniff that. You'll remove all the taste particles. Yes, I got us some breakfast. Shower and clothes come first, though. Go get naked.
How's she gonna shower?
She stands still for a moment, with her chin pointed slightly out. I gladly acquiesce and press my lips to hers, savoring the soft feeling before breaking off. I guess you said the magic word.
Yeah.
You brought her food.
Right.
With a small, sweet smile, apparently quite satisfied, she slowly, that's like 8 S words, makes her way to the showers. I stretch to try and wake myself up a little more. There we go. Before briefly looking at the steaming dishes on the desk. Rice, fish, miso soup, and some vegetables. A standard breakfast for a somewhat unusual day.
How is she gonna get away with taking... Isn't this the boys' dorm?
Yeah.
And it's like... They're like public showers.
Right.
Like Kenji in there.
I grab the bottles from my desk and start taking my daily regimen of pills. Yeah, they're total. I mean, people are going to know there's a girl in here.
Yeah, well, he just said it happens all the time, but it seems a little weird that she would use the boys' showers.
Right. Sometimes I wonder what these things are even good for, given all the troubles I've had since the initial accident. I can't say that it doesn't hurt to take them, considering the side effects so far. Well, whatever. Doctor's orders are that I have to take them, and rationality suggests that I'd be well served to trust his judgment over mine. I mean, yeah, it's not something you should mess around with.
Yeah.
It doesn't take long for the noise of the shower to cease. Do you have one in your room?
Why was he using the one with Kenji in there?
I don't know. A quick one apparently being fine for Lily, given the circumstances.
Someone forgot the layout of this place.
Emerging from the bathroom, she looks significantly more awake, having had the chance to collect herself. Man, you dried your hair fast. Without a word, I gently take her hand in mine and guide her to my desk. Considering I don't have a table in my room, as she does, it'll have to do.
Thank you, Hisao. What did you prepare for breakfast?
Oh, I didn't prepare this. Just rice and some vegetables, something fast. Her face lights up at the revelation.
That's quite a breakfast. This is normal for you?
Now she's just being nice. I have little doubt, considering her past, that this isn't exactly a high-class meal by her standards.
I'll never be good enough.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Just because we're students doesn't mean we can take it lightly.
Then it's great.
That's my belief anyway. From what others I've talked to have said, I might be in the minority. I take a seat on the side of my bed and begin eating together with Lily, her chopsticks lightly tapping out the outlines of the vegetables, just as I'd noticed her do during our date. Whatever, she used a fork and knife during the date. It specifically mentioned that.
Yeah, but she was still tapping the food to
I guess.
see where the edges were.
And then she stuck them in her hair.
Yeah. This is quite nice, Hisao. I had no idea you could cook this well. Where did you cook this?
It's called Stofers.
There are lunch ladies. We are at a school.
This time she's much more genuine, I can tell that much. That said, cooking really isn't anything special at all. After a bit of practice, it's really easy to make a simple dish. Most of the credit goes to modern technology. Still, after years of cooking for myself, I should hope so.
They have this new invention called a microwave?
I got bored of eating instant noodles and ordering pizza every time my parents were both working, so I taught myself how to make a few meals. I'm still trying to get the knack of it, though.
You'll make a good wife someday, Hisao.
Thanks. I take a grain of rice and place it onto my thumb before carefully taking aim and giving it a good flick.
It goes directly in her eye.
Lily jumps a little as it hits her cheek, right on target. I can't help chuckling a little at her expense as she lowers her brow and tries the best to assume a harsh and serious expression.
Don't you ever!
Can't take a joke. Abuse.
Oh, that's right.
You're a little bitch, aren't you?
I have to leave now. Because reasons.